Alright, so now we are in week 5. And again, I just want to keep saying that I'm happy with the quality of work that I'm seeing. Although I do want to address something about notes. And yeah, just a little bit here on the notes. While I'm giving some of you full credit, I want to know, let some of you know that there is a little pet peeve of mine, just so you know. When I show a video, even when it starts off not seeming like it applies to the subject matter, it always does. And the idea of notes is that I want to see that you learned the point from the video, not just that you watched the beginning clips. And you know, when I had Huey P. Newton discuss with William F. Buckley Jr., when there was a discussion, it applied to the Revolution. Many people just gave notes of the introduction that William F. Buckley Jr. gave, that he was a Black Panther and that he was accused of killing a police officer, and then that was it. You know, and it made me wonder, did you actually watch the whole thing, or why did I even have you watch that clip? When I had the one on the Scots-Irish, it didn't take until the end of the video to explain why I was showing this in context to the subject matter, because it linked things at the end. So I just want to explain to you that you're kind of ripping off your own education if you are just writing notes in the first beginning of some of these clips and not watching the whole thing cover to cover. And you know, again, I can't know that or not. And I said just 2 points per video, so that's fair. It's just that I want you to realize for your own selves that if I have a documentary clip, there is a reason directly linked to the subject matter. So, you know, again, whatever. I didn't stop and look. I can't even think of anybody's name in particular. I'm not like annoyed at a person for doing notes that way. I'm just saying, please, you know, at least convince me that you actually saw the video to the point that it actually has something to do with our subject. Okay. Okay. So, not a real big deal, but a deal to me in my own little way. Anyhow, I also just want to say that I hope that all of you, I'm seeing a lot of people very convinced of Howard Zinn's ideas. And I think that there is a lot to be said for his ideas. I just hope, you know, every time I teach this class, I get people immediately that just become, like, they read Howard Zinn and they've totally bought, like, just don't believe in anything about the Founding Fathers. Anything. They take a very extreme view, immediately from one book. Now, I could have easily picked another book that might have persuaded you just as fast to think another way. Now, again, I actually want to confess that I believe quite a bit in the arguments and the cases that are made by Howard Zinn. This week, in the video that you're going to watch on Shay's Rebellion, I feel like really confirms a lot of some of the message that he's trying to send. And, you know, it's interesting that Shay's Rebellion is almost never talked about in great detail. This is the most detailed presentation I've ever seen on Shay's Rebellion in my life, actually. And you'll see how perplexing it is to our narrative about the intent of some of the Founding Fathers, and just all the topics we've been talking about will really come to a head with this discussion of Shay's Rebellion and then the creation of the Constitution. But again, what I just want to go back to is I just want you to be critical thinkers. I don't want you to just buy into the most persuasive speaker or book, in the sense that I'm hoping that you're exposing yourself enough so that you know that you're grounded in certain ideas based on, you know, more information. So I'm always hoping that my classes are springboards for more research if you have an opinion on the topic. Okay, so it's a big deal to me to say that. Again, I have been persuaded to take a view on the United States and its history that may seem counter to many people, but I read a lot of counter views to my view, and I also do have sometimes issues with Zen. I mean, the bottom line is that I'm encouraging you to expose yourself to a lot of ideas and get grounded. I know I keep saying this, I keep repeating it over and over, but I want to, because some of you may not have another U.S. history class again, or you might walk away and you're just going to have one impression, and I just want to encourage you to continue that, okay? And I think that you're going to really enjoy, as we keep going on, we're getting into more controversial topics, one after the other. Bam, 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 bam. And it's great for you to be exposed to this. I'm glad that so many of you actually delved into Thomas Paine's text as well. Very interesting character, right? Offhand, I think that's all I really wanted to say. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I needed to address. No, that should be it. If you need anything else, give me a call or text me. I'm as busy as ever, but I'm trying really hard to stay on top of your guys' grading. So, okay, have a great week, and we'll be in touch.